guys, yes, I'm finally doing a voiceover, and today I'm restocking my wax box. I've been wanting one of these for the longest, and I have finally found the perfect box to do it. Today when my dad was cleaning my car, he brought some of these boxes that I already had that I was storing some supplies in. I just thought, why not clean them out and go ahead and put some wax in them? Because I've been wanting one of these boxes for the longest, so I just found some plastic liner, line my box with it, and now I'm just putting my wax in it, as you can see. I'm also using this to also like tear out the scale and measure how much I have left, because I've had about 3 slabs so far. And as you can see, we are not letting a drop go to waste because prices have inflated and my wax is already expensive. And this is how it looks, saying 10.5 pounds total. And now I'm just covering it up and putting it back in storage. Exciting news, I got my Amazon storefront. Like, y'all, I have been wanting, I think I said it in the last video, or one of my last videos, that I've been working towards a Amazon storefront, and I finally got one. I still do have my links down in the description, in which if you're interested in any of the things that we use, or you're kind of making yourself, you want to get into it, you're a hobbyist, or you just want to play around with some candles, I have links to resources, some digital products that I have, like, because I sell candle recipe ebooks, I sell ebooks on how to use and make candles for certain wax. I sell an ebook on how to make candles in general, how to start a candle business, even though that one is under revision because there's a lot more that I can add and that I've been learning. The highest I'd say the product is, I believe, it's $20, and that's just the pure how to make a candle ebook, or possibly how to start a candle business ebook, because the recipes are from $10 to $15. It depends on how many wicks are involved, and it depends on how many wick formulas I give you. So if I give you multiple wick suggestions, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. And if it's a double wick candle, there's a lot more resources that had to be used and tested in a larger vessel. So there's a lot more materials being put into that recipe. So if it's, more than one wick, it'll be like $1 or $2 extra. Same with like the 3 or 4 wick candles and things of that nature. But they all range from $10 to $15. They could, be more than that if there's more wick suggestions, but they're just more candle formulas that you don't have to test for. I don't have many recipes that have more than 3 or 4 wick suggestions, and you will know because in the description we'll say how many wick suggestions there are. Majority of them only have one, so they are the base price. But yeah, they range from 10 to, for the most part on my site, I believe right now, $10 to $14. And the most expensive is just the business guides, so how to start a candle business and how to make candles. And then the next product that we have about how to like use specific waxes, so how to use IGI 6006, how to use 464, how to use Eco cocoa wax and stuff like that. And those are just $6 because those are just the base necessities that you need to know about that specific wax and whatnot, just like, some characteristics. The main thing that you may need is the temperatures. That's the bulk, and that's the, the bread and butter of what you don't necessarily need. Because when I was buying ebooks or whatever, all I cared about, like, because I know the wax, I know this and that, I needed the temperatures from someone who actually, used those waxes, did the research, because temperatures are the main factor when it comes to your candle formulas. So they are $6. Some basic information with the most important part of temperatures, because temperatures control everything about how your candle works, because candle wax, fragrances, wicks are so temperamental. That's the most important part. So yes, and those are the cheapest things on my site. And then I believe I have a $9, I believe it's $9, my candle testing sheet, in which I created to log any research and any of my test candles. I also log formulations. So I'm also going to be adding on, of course, to the site for more products and whatnot, and I have more recipes coming soon, and more how-to ebooks, and more candle business guys as well. Thank you guys for the support that you've already given me. And like I was saying before I cut myself off about my digital products, but my Amazon links down in the description are going to be the specific and main links for supplies and materials that you may need to make candles and to start a candle business. And if you want any extras and any more information on things of nature, you can visit my Amazon storefront link. It's going to have like a lot of different tabs, so like candle making supplies, candle making equipment, candle making materials, because those are all 3 different things: wax melt supplies, wax melt materials, shipping supplies, shipping equipment, and things of that nature. So it's just going to be like a lot of categorized things that you're going to need in a business, for candle making, wax melt making, and things of that nature. And thank you for those of you who, who have supported my channel, supported my links, clicked on those links and whatnot, trusted my recommendations, and purchased from those links. Thank you so much. You don't have to pay for any of that other than your product. I don't take any money from you. They just give me a few cents of what you purchase, but I hope to build it up one day so it is a good source of income for me someday. So thank you to those who have supported my channel by liking, commenting, and sharing, and which please do that if you haven't already. But I'm also trying to grow my social media platform and help others out as well where I can, and just you watching is more than enough. Another goal that I want to reach, I gotta update y'all on this. I reached 1,000 subscribers, so I don't have my watch time yet, but I'm working on getting monetized, and I've already reached my goal of being an Amazon affiliate. Like, I'm just so happy. You guys, I wrote this down. Like, you probably can't see it, but I have like a vision paper right here, and I've already hit like 3 of them already. Like, thank God. And which one of those was, you know, working with more suppliers and manufacturers and doing some more collaborations on my channel, for the most part on my Instagram, because it's my biggest platform, because I'm still trying to monetize and grow my YouTube platform, but my Instagram is my biggest platform right now. So I'm working with companies in which I have some more equipment coming in, as you guys will see, hopefully I get in this video. But I'm going to be working with a company called SunnyBayWaxMelter. They have an Etsy shop, and they were nice enough to collaborate with me by sending me one of their wax melters. It is small and compact and just enough for a beginner business. It's only $99 with $30 shipping, of course, but it's still a much better price than majority of those melters out there, which thank God I stumbled upon them and I wanted to work with them, and thank God they allowed me to work with them, and they sent me one of their products to promote on my Instagram, in which I'm going to shout them out on my Instagram and my YouTube channel, so y'all go check them out. They also have bigger wax melters too that are still decent price, and also they are one of the best-selling shops that I have seen. The wax melter that I am going to be receiving in the mail soon is one of the best sellers, and it only holds 12 pounds of wax, so it holds a full slab for me, and it still has a bit extra. But if you need something more than that, they have bigger melters as well, for industrial, and just bigger melters for larger candle businesses, as I'm just beginning. So if you guys are just beginning, it's a reasonably priced melter, reasonably sized and whatnot. It's compact and good enough for a small apartment studio. But if you also need a bigger wax melter, they have those as well. So go check them out, and thank you SunnyBayWaxMelter for supporting me and supporting my channel, and for allowing this collaboration to take place. And I hope you guys are interested in their products and check them out. Okay, so I just moved some stuff around in my bedroom where partial of my studio is, and I moved this, which was over here somewhere, but there's a lot of clutter over there, and I wanted everything here. And since I'm going to be getting in a new melter, my printer is usually over here, but I want my melter over here to be close to the sockets. I don't want it close to the door. Yes, I just moved some stuff around. Like, if you can see my little panels right here. This one I did not put this one on the best, and that irks me to this day. I didn't cut it out right, even though I measured it and everything. I didn't cut this out right, so this is annoying too, but it's something still, because as you can see, my wall, that pattern is ugly. I don't like that. So, and I try not to have this in the view either, because I know they just look nasty. They look ghetto. But, you know, we got to stick it up in some way, because it's white tape that blended in more wasn't sticking. This tape was very sticky, so I had to use that one. I haven't recorded in a while now, so I forgot the way that I was recording my my setups and stuff. So I've been recording it, trying to record my face this way, and this is my background, but I forgot that curtain and stuff is my background when I talk, because it looks, honestly, it looks really nice on camera. When you look over here, this is purely for candle making stuff, and which makes sense, honestly. If I'm talking, it's more of lifestyle, so I sit on my bed, or you just look towards my bed. And over here, this is more of candle making, so you know, you have to see the ugly walls, you at least see this portion, which it looks honestly really, really good on camera. I wish I had a better looking table, but this is good for right now, and it's still a blessing to have. And honestly, when I move out and just when I start doing in-person pop-up shops and things of that nature, like flea markets and stuff like that, or just markets in general, this table is going to be perfect. This is a 4-foot table. This is going to be perfect for like putting my tablecloth over, and yeah, so that's just, it's going to look really nice. But yeah, so this is what we're looking at. I actually kind of like it, but the main reason why I wanted to move, one, I wanted to include it in my area, because I tried to put it up under here, but as you can see, it can't fit with these. I mean, actually it can, but only one can, and I can't put my tub over here, and I can't put my other stuff over here. So this is some of my shipping stuff, like immediate shipping stuff, including my jars and stuff, and like my little wires and stuff over there. And this, as you may know, it has like more of like the cleaning supplies slash like equipment, This one has my actual materials like wicks and wick stickers, and warning labels, my scale, some measuring cups, my calculator, some scissors. And then down here is for like aftermath. So this is a lot of my trimmed wicks, or just the rest of the sample wicks that I'm not going to be using because these wicks did not pass in my candle. Like some lighters to light it up, this to remelt the wax on top. I actually was just looking for this to put up there because I'm trying to create a camera view. Like how this is, my ring light broke, so I don't have the piece that like bend down so you can like see perfectly this way. So it's like really, it's a really weird angle. And I've been trying to fix that when I move this here. And I've been meaning to put this over here in the first place so you can see my background perfectly when I'm recording and talking and stuff like that. But yeah, so this only goes like a certain angle, so it looks weird. But I've been trying to fix it, and I kind of did it like this. I guess it looks a bit better. You just see like the end of this hang off, in which it's not perfect, but it's better than it was. So I just rigged it a little bit, and I need to get a better one. And honestly, if anything, I need to get like a camera arm. I've actually seen one on AliExpress where I'm going to get some other supplies and whatnot. I'm going to be doing a haul of that as well. It's more of like a arm that's like really bendy, and I think it has a clamp or something like that, in which I honestly need to check that just to make sure, because as you can see, these tables are thick. This is how it's looking, and they're hard to close because it's a lot of storage in here. But yeah, so this is my little area and we're making it work. So yeah, and I kept forgetting to say this when I was pointing to this. This is a setup to where I'm going to be like able to measure my wax when that new melter comes in. So basically I'm just gonna take this, put it here, and then I should be able to have like my melter and like scoot it down or something, and then have it hanging off. In which now I'm thinking it's probably not going to hang off like that. And also, if it's going to be here, I don't know, because I don't want to have to move it. And it also can't sit here, which is not going to sit here. It's going to sit back there. So I actually do need something to raise that up to then be able to put that whole system up under it to measure it like this. And it's going to have to be high enough for the wax to fall in here. So I thought this was a cute idea, but I'm realizing that it is a smaller melter, so it's probably not going to like run off like this. It's probably going to be a bit shorter. And honestly, it still could work. And not even that, because I lift this up anyway, which this could be a problem. I need to break this off or something. I lift this up anyway because it's kind of like finicky. I'm assuming from the heat, I don't know. So I'm assuming this could like lower it. This could lower it a bit, but I'm probably just gonna, but I really don't want to have it off the edge. I just thought about that thing that I did though. So it's gonna sit right here like I have designated, and I don't want to move it. So I'm gonna have to find something to level it up, and then I could put this up under it. Y'all remember when I just found that? I just thought about something. I have been trying to use this and replace this over here for the longest. I'm gonna give myself a little grace because maybe I didn't find this piece, and this is the piece that I'm gonna connect it to. So I'm gonna see if it actually does work. I just dropped it. But looking at it now, it's like, why did I think about this? Like, I think this is going to work. So I'm actually going to set y'all up so y'all can see me trying to do this. Oh, thank God. Y'all see how y'all see how God work? Like, y'all see how stuff work out, because I have been trying to use this the entire time to replace that, and I finally get it to work. Thank God. Like, I could have been did this if I just would have figured it out, or at least had this piece. Maybe I just had the pieces at different times and I wasn't putting two and two together. I could use that piece on that. I was trying to use it on the original stand right here, but y'all look at this, and it's tight and it's sturdy. Y'all look at that. Even though it's a little late, thank God it was never, so it still ended up working out. I still figured it out for me to be getting my melter in and putting it over there and just move my stuff around, which I've been wanting to do for a long time in the first place. Thank God it did work out. Okay, so here is the wax melter. I didn't even know this was coming yet. They said wait like 1 or 2 weeks, but I didn't know they had already sent it. I got no tracking number. But look at this. And it's gonna sit over here perfect for my small setup table. Oh, this is gonna be so cool. So I'm gonna unwrap it for Instagram since I have to do a video for it. And then I'm gonna put that in here. Okay, so I just made it back home. It is 1 a.m. and I have to finish these clips of this video because I had to go somewhere. So I didn't get to actually do the whole melting part, but I'm gonna do that now. So I'm gonna get the clips of me melting and then filling it back up because it's kind of like filled to the top right now, but it's because it's like, you know, not melted and leveled. It's unleveled right now, so I have to melt it to level it, and then I can add the rest of it in because it should be able to hold 12 pounds, in which my slabs come in 10. So I gotta do all of that, and I have to get another clip of it like actually being melted, and then another clip of me putting in the pouring picture. So I have to do that, and then I should be done with that video. I still have to do some of the voiceover. I did do some of it after I started recording. I did some of the voiceover, but I have to finish it off. I wrote the script for it. Yeah. Okay, so this is, if I can turn it. Okay, so this is what I did. I assume this is supposed to be in here. I don't know. Like, I'm gonna take it out because I don't think it's supposed to be in here. What I really need is these temperatures. That's what I need. Because on here it shows it like this, in which I don't necessarily like that because you don't know what that is. What does that mean? See, they just have temperatures. So I'm gonna have to learn this. Let me go ahead and turn it on. Okay. Oh, this is supposed to be on here. I assume so. I haven't seen a spot like this before. Let me set this back up. Okay, it's doing something. kind of scared. It's smoking. Okay, so after reading the manual, it said that that's called dry burning. So I assume I didn't put the appropriate amount of wax in there, because it said put the appropriate amount of wax in there to prevent it from dry burning. So I'm assuming that's what that was. But I don't know, because I have wax in here. Okay, so it just takes some getting used to. I took majority of it out so I can see what it's doing at the bottom. As you can see, it is slowly but surely melting. There's like a little pool down here. As you can see, the thermometer right there. But I'm going to use this as well to check. And okay, this is about accurate, because I've used one of these before, like the cheaper version, I suppose, and it did all that turning. This one didn't really turn when I turned it, so because the bottom would turn the little thingy right here, so it was inaccurate. But this one didn't turn when I was turning it to face it so I can see it. And when I checked with my thermometer right here, it said 99, and this says about 99 to 100, so I guess it's accurate. So that's gonna be really good. Thank God, that's gonna be a blessing. And I assume I need to turn up a bit higher, because I need to learn my temperatures on this. I was hoping for a melter that has the temperatures on the side actually, but in which I thought this one would have had, but it doesn't. It had just like 1, 2, and 3, like a presso pot, but the presso pot just get too hot, especially for the amount of wax that I was using. I wasn't using enough wax to balance out that heat, so I ended up just like almost like boiling the wax. You hear it sizzling. Feel like I'm cooking something. My dad said I was like I'm cooking drugs or something, and I be making candles. I be running back and forth to the kitchen, trying to weigh the wax and weigh the fragrance oil, then bring my thermometer in there, bring all my pour pitcher in there, bring it out of there so I can get a good temperature, rush it in there, and then come back in here so I can chill for a little bit, because on the stove, especially the double boiler method, it's going to take a while to heat up. Then I got to run back in there so I don't overheat it. And keep taking that temperature. Like, it was just going back and forth, especially if I had to make individual testers, and not like, because I'm not doing batches yet, because I'm still testing individual scents. So because I had to do that, I had to, like in my last video I believe, or in this video, it's one of these videos that I had to make about 3 testers, and within those 3 testers I had to measure all the wax individually 3 times, so I can do 1 candle per picture, because I only needed like a certain amount of fragrance, so I only needed 1 time. So I had to go back and clean everything out again for the next scent type thing, basically. I probably didn't describe it the best, but y'all know what I'm saying. So I just like going back and forth instead. Now I can just turn. This is why I wanted so bad, thing that I got one. Amen. And I've collaborated with this company. Yeah, look at this. I'm just glad it doesn't get too hot, because that's the main thing I was worried about, burning the wax, because with a Presto Pop I was burning wax, or it felt like I was, and with a stove it's just too slow. But because with a Presto Pot it's made to cook food, and you know you have to cook food up to like 300-400 degrees for it to be safe for consumption. But with wax, you know, it can't really get up that high, and it seems like this goes to like the perfect temperature for wax, because now it's around, as you can see, like 160, and this is like the level 2.5, so this is really good. And I can say, like I said before, with the Presto Pot, it could have just been like that because I was only making like, you know, small test candles, so like really small batches, like of just 1. So I would only have like enough wax in there for like maybe a few candles. Actually, around that time I was doing like 4 or 5 candles, not just 1. With the other method I was just doing 1, or I'm just doing 1 now. But back in the day I was doing like 4 or 5 testers at a time, but it still wasn't enough wax to sit in there and like kind of like do that temperature any good. I guess I can see where I probably did that at. So it got hot around the center, that's why it's burnt. Okay, I can see that. And it's around that temperature, so I'm gonna go ahead and start adding some more in. Okay, just added some more in. So now we're gonna wait for this to melt down, and it should cool the temperature down, because it's around 160 going on 180, I believe, or just at least around 160. So they should cool it down tremendously. Gotta get this kind of in there. So this should cool right on back down, and which it kind of is. It's not a significant change though from what I can see. y'all look at this? It's so cute. I'm so excited. And this is actually like perfect because this holds like my legit whole slab of wax. So that's like really perfect. And even though like, yeah, of course I want to have 40 pounds and 44 pounds and stuff like that, I'm going to be buying, you know, wax more in bulk. But at the same time, it's still really good because all I have to do, if I need more wax, I can just put more wax in here. Honestly, and I can make about 20 of my 9-ounce candles with just one slab of wax, which is like perfect. So that's really good. I've collaborated with an Etsy shop called SunnyBayWaxMelter. They sent me this beautiful machine, and as you can see, it comes with a booklet, a warranty certificate, a stirring spoon, and extra spouts and rings. This melter is a bestseller in the shop and holds about 12 pounds of wax, which is perfect for my 10-pound slab. Super compact for any small studio spaces, and if you have bigger wax melter needs, they have plenty of those too, ranging from 16, 20, and 44 pounds. Let me tell you, this has made my candle making process so much more efficient, so much easier, and so much less time consuming having to run back to the stove, measuring wax and cutting into little slabs. All I have to do now is just turn this on, turn the handle, and watch the wax pour out. Y'all see my video though? You probably can't see me because it's kind of like dark over here and I'm moving my lamp over there. Oh, but I am so excited. I got 2 blessings. I got 2 objects that I've been wanting for a while that I couldn't really afford yet, or that I couldn't really put the investment into my business just yet. But I was able to get them for free by collaborating with these companies and share these products with you guys. And it's such a blessing to be able to do that, even with such a still generally small platform. Like it is such a blessing. It is so exciting to finally have these things, and then they're going to help me like so much in my business, and they're going to help you guys as well because they're actually genuinely like well-priced items, like with the wax melter and then the wick holders. They're really like well-priced items, which is why I chose them, because they were already things that I was going to afford myself, and I was going to buy those things. But you know, if I can get them, I can get them. So I took a chance on that, and I contacted them. They sent me some items because those are items that I've actually like really been wanting, and they took a chance on me and said yes. So I'm really glad about that. And I get to share these experiences and these products with you guys, in which I hope you guys enjoy these products as well. This wax melter is $99, and it's about $20, I believe, to ship. There's some shipping involved, but the main item is just $99 because most, especially this size or even like smaller, legit, I think this is like, I want to say either 10 quarts. I know it holds 12 pounds. I'm not sure about the quarts thing. But most melters that either hold this much or less are much more expensive. They start around $100-something generally, and if they're under $100, they're always terrible, especially if you go on Amazon. But on Etsy, like, I just so happened to be looking for another wax melter at some point, trying to find one under 100, and I ended up finding them, and they were the only one that had one that was actually the same design as the other ones, and not some little like the handheld ones. Even though they have one of those too. But they have this one as well that holds about a full slab, depending on like what your slabs are, because mine is 10. Yours could be 5 or whatever, so you can hold like multiple slabs, y'all. But it holds one for me, and it was under $99, even though there's some shipping involved. It's not expensive shipping, like $50-something. So yeah, to be under like $100 or at least $150, because there are a lot of wax melters that are like $120, $130, and $150 and above. So yeah, and if you want like a really big melter, those are $200 to almost $300. So this one is a really well priced melter, and it works beautifully. Like, oh, I'm so excited. And it does not overheat your wax, even though it doesn't have the temperature settings. It has like the 1, 2, and 3. Even though it has that, it still doesn't overheat your wax. So like a Presto pot will. Maybe just because, like I said, I wasn't putting enough wax in the Presto pot, so it was just like kind of overheating. But I think, like I said before, it cooks food anyway. Like that's what they're meant for, even though they had temperature on there. So I don't know. So it shouldn't have got that hot, but hey, it did. But this one, even at 2.5, it only got to like 160. So that's really good. So I'm seeing my temperature is around maybe a little bit more than 2.5, or around 2.5. to 3. So I'm gonna try 3 next time, and so I'm gonna try 3 next time and see what that does. And then all I have to do then is just, you know, pour the wax and then pour the fragrance. So that's such a blessing. I just have to turn it on. I don't have to do any more cutting and doing all this extra stuff. I can just put my scale under it, put my pouring pitcher on top of my scale, you know, turn it on and tare it, of course, and then just, you know, wait for the wax to melt and is at the right temperature, and then turn the handle and weigh it, and then just add in my fragrance oil. So that is going to make this process a lot easier for me and a lot more efficient, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Like, thank God, and thank you, SunnyBayWaxMelter, for sending me your product. And guys, visit their Etsy shop. They don't have any social media handles that I know of. I asked and they said they didn't have any, so you have to visit their Etsy shop link, in which I'm going to have in the description, of course. And if you're on my Instagram, it's going to be in my story, so you're going to see a few of their links. You're going to have a link to the shop for all of their wax melters, and then you're also going to have a link directly to the product. So yeah.